Hey all, X-Art student here. Let's talk about the books I listened to in July. Starting off with Stephen King's Graveyard Shift. I gave this 3 stars out of 5. This book was a bunch of short stories put into one book. Some of the short stories include Graveyard Shift, The Man Who Loved Flowers, The Last Rung on the Ladder, Night Surf, and Jerusalem's Lot. So I'm just going to go into them briefly. I gave it 3 stars because to me it wasn't as memorable and I felt like he had better books. But some of them were interesting. The Man Who Loved Flowers, it was kind of predictable, at least for me. It was interesting, the twist. The Last Rung on the Ladder, extremely sad. The Night Surf, it kind of reminded me of The Stand. So that was interesting to see, kind of a weird callback there. And Jerusalem's Lot, honestly a good way to end the book. I wish there was more, but part of it also was really boring to me listening to it. I couldn't pay attention and my mind just kept wandering. Next, Fahrenheit 451. I gave this book a 4 out of 5 stars because I did really enjoy it, but there were some parts that kind of dragged for me. I feel like that happens a lot, at least when I read like Ray Bradbury books or like George Orwell books too. I think it's just like the same type of book. Well, it was pretty good. I like firefighters, so it was cool to read about it. I really liked, I think the character's name was Claire or Clarice, and it was interesting to see everyone so content with being pacified with screens and distracted beyond belief to things going on in the world. And I really liked the main character as well. It was a good book. Next up is Dolores Claiborne by Stephen King. I gave this a 5 out of 5. I loved this book. I don't know why, but this story was just intriguing from the start. It kept you captivated. It was weird and interesting and sad and just really, really good. And the way that he told the story was from Dolores's point of view. And it starts off with her being in a police interrogation. And she's telling you the entire story as she's saying it to the police officers. So sometimes you'll hear her say, "Oh, can I have a glass of water?" in the middle of the story. So it takes you out of it, but then makes you realize where she is and what she's done is probably pretty bad. And there's a reason she's telling this story, because she probably would have kept it to herself if she wasn't in the police station telling the truth. Really recommend it. Lastly, we have The Great Gatsby by F. Scott Fitzgerald. And I gave it a 3 out of 5 stars. I really don't get the hype around it. At first I was interested because the main character is so interested with the mystery of Gatsby, but then when you find out who he is, it's not good anymore. And that probably was purposeful with the author, but I don't know, I felt like the story wasn't that good. The characters were flawed and not good people, and they even state one of the quotes in it, I'm not gonna say this exactly, but he was saying it's a bunch of rich people messing up things and then hiding in their money and letting everyone else deal with whatever mess they left behind. And I felt like that was pretty accurate for this book. I know it's a classic, and I wish I liked it more, but I don't know. Maybe it's because I read or I listened to part of it in the past, and then I got the book back from my library, and I listened to the second half now. It just wasn't really my cup of tea. The good thing or cool thing about this book is that it takes place on Long Island, which is actually where I'm from. So it was cool to hear some familiar places and listen to them describe the island. But it was talking about out east, which is more of like ritzy as well as a lot of land. Like it used to be farmland. Some of it still is. These are the books I listened to in July. I hope you enjoyed watching me make some more bookmarks. And I hope you enjoyed me rant and rave about books. I really enjoy listening to them. It really helps me get through all of my art processes. So it's good. Alright, well, anyways, I hope you enjoyed. Leave a comment or a like. Subscribe if you'd like. I'll see you next week. Thanks. Bye.